Good evening, parents and families. Welcome to the Virtual Parent Literacy Night 2022. My name is Catalina Peña Yañez, and I teach developmental language arts reading at Boynton Beach Community High School. We're so excited that you join us tonight for our Virtual Literacy Night. Today, we will walk you through the main platforms that your child uses every day so you can have full understanding how they work and support your child from home. But before that, please make sure you have signed the attendance form right here to the left of the presentation tile. You can click pause at any time this presentation if you haven't signed in yet, and then resume their video right after that. If you have already signed the attendance form, let me invite you to our first stop today. In this presentation, we will make 5 stops to learn how each instructional tile works from the core classes of your child. So let's begin with the first tile called Google Classroom. This is where you have all the classes that your child is enrolled. So let's just make one click right here. And you will see that each tile represents a subject that your child is registered and actively participating. You can see them arranged in the order that your child sees each teacher according to their schedule. It's very important to clarify that since classes are taking place this year on campus and each child receives instruction at the school, most of the assignments are both paper-based and digital in each class period. Google Classroom has been a very important channel of instruction still, especially for those students that have to complete their quarantine or that are sick or going through an emergency family situation. Through Google Classroom, your child can keep up with the assignments of the days that he or she missed. So at this time, I will click on the second period tile that says second period reading with Miss Peña to give you a very good look of how the reading class looks like. So every class has some tabs right here at the top. The first one shows you the mainstream information called the stream. The second is called the classwork, where you can find the assignment, quizzes, and resources. The next one is people. Will show you the names of all the classmates that are registered in the subject. And finally, where you can find all the grades. So under the classwork, for example, you can find a list of all the assignments that the student is currently working one by one. Now, how do I know, for example, that my child or student is missing any assignment? Let's say, for example, that my child is sick and I have no idea what he missed or what she missed those days. Well, you go right here at the top left to find a section called See Your Work. Here's where you find your work, your homework. You can really see what happened those days that my child was absent from the school. So we're going to click right here and take a look. So the assignments will show the date that they are due right here in the middle and the state of each one in great detail. It will say, for example, deliver when the child turned in the assignment right on time. Once the teacher grades them, it will provide a grade for the student to keep track of their scores closely right here. And lastly, for those assignments that the student never opened and did not turn them in to the teacher, it will say undelivered right here in red. All the student has to do is to click on the title of the assignment that is missing and begin working on it. Now, let's take a look at this very important component that many forget. And this is when you go to people right here on the top or persons, you not only see the names of all the class names that here are cover, but you have straight access to your teacher's email right here at the top. You see? Just by clicking on this tiny envelope, you will open a message box where the student can send important messages to his teacher. I will show you all parents in the coming videos how you can email your teachers and administrators in case your child is sick or have a family emergency. Our next stop is our main reading platform that we use with our English language learner students, which is called Achieve 3000. This platform is available all days of the week at any given time of the day. Once you click on it, kids will choose their class name at the top and select if they're working in the school or if they're working at home. Then they click Login with one just click. And you will get to the dashboard of this amazing platform. Students get to read a lesson every day and track themselves the lessons they have read by clicking at the top drop-down bar by select My Lessons. They're expecting to be working on their lessons every day in order to increase their comprehension, vocabulary, fluency, and lexile. Once a student click on the My Lessons button section, it will show you which lesson is the student still working on and which lessons he is missing. For example, this student was able to complete the lesson at the top until the step number 3, you see, which is incomplete halfway down. So he will have to click on the step 3 to resume his work. Whenever you see no dots on the second assignment, that means that the student has not worked on this lesson yet. When you open a lesson, you can find at the top 5 different steps. Each number stands for a skill here in Achieve 3000. Students have supporting resources at the right-hand side, such as vocabulary at their fingertips, with the ability to click on them each word and hear how it is pronounced so they can repeat and practice that in English. So to the right here, you have this digital, to the left, this digital highlighter that we use to determine the main idea. We use it to highlight keywords, supporting details, unfamiliar words, and kids can select the word they do not know and click on this book right here and find out what is the definition. Our next stop is our tile called Math Nation that is used in Algebra 1 and also in geometry, right? Let's click on it. This is a very dynamic math resource that provides free instructional videos, workbooks, interactive tutoring, so the students can test their knowledge by using the Test Powerful Practice. Practice tool under, let's see here where it says videos and more tab. When students click on each test, yourself type of exercise, the tool directs them to specific videos based on the areas of weakness. There's also a video detail, video solutions for each practice problem. Let's take a look. So Math Nation provides high quality videos that are so interactive. As you can see, students can choose their study experts. Here we have Jose and Kiana. If we look at this one, the study expert will talk to them through each individual practice problem step by step. Let's make one click here. So the study expert they choose, they will moderate the interactions in real time. They will answer the questions and read every thread comment to ensure accuracy of their peers. This is really neat. Our next step or stop is in Khan Academy. We know many people are familiar with Khan Academy with great math content, but people are often unaware that Khan Academy has more than math, and Khan Academy also provides language arts content from K through 12. One click, let's take a look. So this page, for example, shows you the English teacher assigning lessons to the class with a determined due date, right here, and the status of your child assignments. Also has test preps, including the official SAT practice created in partnership with the College Board. Let's take a look at an example. Right here, this is a practice test that we have in College Board. We typically use this practice test in 11th and 12th grade curriculum during the third quarter for students to have like a real life experience to increase their learning gains. Millions of students from all over the world learn at their own pace on Khan Academy. These resources can be translated just by making the right click, as many students know. Our last stop is called SEQ. That stands for School Effective Questionnaire. That has been prepared by the district to understand how to provide the best class education for all the students. So we encourage you tonight to take some time during the week to answer this very important questionnaire. So once you click on it, for example, you will see that parents and students can participate, leaving your valuable opinion about the education your children receive. You can click where it says parents, but you can also scroll down a little bit. You see, there's many languages that you can choose from, say in English and Spanish, Portuguese, and also Haitian Creole. Once you click on your language, you can begin answering the questionnaire that will not take you more than 10 minutes to complete. Notice that you can always make a right click if you want to change the language, for example. This one you can make a right click to translate it into French, for instance, or bring it back to English if you prefer. So we understand the challenging tasks that you must face as a parent trying to support your child at the house in his academics. If you're trying to provide your family, helping them succeed at school, but you never imagine, right, that we all have to endure this unprecedented times during a pandemic. Although many measures are in place, for example, to keep your children safe, many people is deciding to, for example, get vaccinated, and many more are getting back to work. But still, at home, we need support. Help our children succeed in their academics. So therefore, I want to share with you 5 great tips that will help you immensely to create an educational environment at home. And you will be able also to help your children find academic success without ripping your hair out. So let's take a look at the first tip, number 1. Our kids are very used to structure every day, no matter what grade they are, and they go to school in a very structured environment. So this type of a structure, it's super important. It helps children to feel comfortable and secure. They know, for example, what is expected at whatever given time of the day. They know what's coming up next, which helps them curb their anxiety levels, and it will also help their day feel like more normal. So with the use of a calendar, you can map out the week by subject and write in what is due and when. This also helps the children prioritize their schoolwork. You can post it on the wall, in your house, on your refrigerator, living room, the door of your bedroom, wherever you feel comfortable. Our tip number 2 is to set up a working space. You can find a spot that is like comfortable for your child, but also lead to productivity. You have to make sure that the space has enough light, comfortable seat, there's no noise, provides like a good surface so they can write, right? Have all their supplies and everything they need for their learning. Our tip number 3 is ask for assignments and grades. It's important to create like a moment to open the conversation with your child about how was your day, for example. You can ask your child which was the highlight of the day, Talk to your child if he is like understanding every class and every assignment. Ask your child about their teachers, right? What are their names? And if he or she is asking questions in the class, if we make this type of conversation regular, like a regular practice, you will demonstrate to your child that you care, that you truly want to help him or her succeed. Your child will feel supported, and she will understand that his education is the most important goal there is. Tip number 4 is always communicate with your teacher. This tip says over communicating is recommended 100%, meaning that it's always better to ask questions and concerns of your child's teacher. No questions is an important question, an unimportant questions. If you feel like, for example, you don't know English and you can always use your Google Translator, your child is using it every day, so go ahead and ask him how he uses it. If you have any questions, you can please reach out all the teachers. They will love to hear from you. Just send us an email. We will be very happy to hear from you or clarify any confusion that you may have. Our tip number 5 is to get involved and participate in school. So parent involvement in a child's education is crucial. When parents get involved in their children's education, children are more likely to do better in school. 100%, right? Kids will be best behaved, have more positive attitude toward the school, grow up to be more successful in life. You may wonder, so what's the best way for me to stay involved in my child's school activities, right? How can I do it? So, for example, you can attend back to school nights, open houses, Title I meetings, orientation events such as like sport events, concerts, student exhibitions, parent-teacher meetings, parent nights, award events, etc. So there's so many instances that we can participate. It'll be wonderful. Your child will see you involved. So it's very important to learn what the school offers. So for that reason, I'm going to leave you down below this presentation a series of links that's going to help you navigate the school website, our school newsletter, and the district website as well. So don't forget that we always welcome questions and we love to hear from you and how are you doing. Last but not least, please do not forget to answer our parent survey tonight. Yes, right here. It is super important for us to understand how we can best help you, how you would like to receive the information. Do you like to see more other topics? And if you enjoy this content or our meeting tonight, please let us know. Dear parents, we are truly grateful that you stopped by to get us informed and empowered to support your children even better in their education academics. We hope to see you super soon. Thank you again and have a great night. I'll see you all and we will be in touch. Thank you and have a great night.